They're not too bad, actually. Day 2 of checking the Beaver trap line. Thus far, after one day of checking, no luck. And the scenery has changed quite a bit. We're going to see how high the river is today. Yesterday it was up probably between 4 and 6 inches, which didn't help. We had to make some resets, and we've got a little extra scenery this morning. So we're going to head to the spots here and start checking. You'll see it's been quite a change here in Northwest Ohio.
Oh Satan, please leave me alone. I'm going to see Jesus in my heavenly home. I'm walking this highway, dark though it may be, far in the distance, I see eternity.
So earlier I was talking about that change of scenery. The landscape turned white overnight, and we got more snow coming. I actually don't know what that means for beavers. Do they move more, move less in the snow? Frankly, I don't know. Well, we're going to find out. And we are pretty sure that that river came up a fair bit overnight. So we're going to have to dig for some traps, I think. Hopefully it's not too deep that I can't get across it. And we'll see if we have anything. But it is actually pretty, though. No doubt about that. She is way up, Dave. Oh my.
You ain't gonna walk across it.
And no. Houston, we definitely have a problem. We are not getting across that river today. No doubt about it. I think I can probably get to this kind of bear we have at the end of this drainage, but not sure what we're going to do on the other side. She's up probably a good foot from yesterday even. We kind of knew that could be the case. This river, I swear, you spit in it and it comes up. Well, I guess we'll get to work here. All right, so here's our current state of affairs. We just spent a solid half hour, maybe even 45 minutes, looking for this trap. The river came up a lot further than what we think. We think it actually probably came up 18 inches, maybe even 2 feet. But needless to say, it's deep. So we're going to continue trapping. We don't know how much or if it's going to come up anymore, but we think it is going to come up some. And we're going to kind of prepare for that a little bit, as much as we legally can. But we're going to reset and try something a little bit different. We did have a beaver hit this actual spot the night before last on our first night. He just didn't work it quite right. So we're going to try to trick him in a little bit different way and make a little larger caster mound. And we're going to do it a little bit differently today. So I don't know, this weather, I always said, this river, you spit in it and it comes up. And it hasn't rained a ton, but we've got melt off happening, and it's rained enough to make it a mess, needless to say, and cause our trapping to have a rough time. So all I'm doing is making a little bit more of a funnel for this beaver and digging out a little larger area for him to come up and into the set. I'm going to set the trap. We've been kind of setting for a back leg catch. I'm going to set the trap more so for a front leg catch. And whereas if he gets aggressive, if I miss him on the front leg, I can still catch him on the back leg if he gets aggressive and comes up into the set here. So making a little bit bigger caster mound. Work on this here. Just digging it. I'm gonna slick up this spot so it looks like something slid up in here. Maybe. Just gonna work this stick, and eventually it'll come apart. And we use it as eye appeal and where to put my caster and my scent. So slick her up a little bit. Just want him to be able to basically glide right on in, put his foot down, and get caught. And I'm going to put the trap back about 6 inches, probably more closer to 8 inches, and off to the right, so I'm not catching his body. It's going to be a foot, right foot. It doesn't matter, you can put it on the left. I'm just going to do it on the right. Pretty well right there, I think. I'm just going to make an X with my sticks here. Make an X, and if you could get me some lure there, Dave.
Which do you want?
It doesn't matter. Suppose that big one. And I'll put my lure right in the middle of that X. So the X is serving A to hold my another stick, hold my lure, but also as an eye attract. And again, this would probably work a little bit better if we weren't going to have snowfall, but you don't know if you don't try, right? And the bottom line is we're down to the last couple days here, so. I'll even mark it with a flag there. There you go, sir. Get you to stay up there. We'll be all set. Alright. So, got a nice trap bed set here about 2 inches, 2.5 inches under the water. Bring my trap over, and yesterday about had a good time with one of these. I about got caught just moving it, so you definitely want to be careful, know where your hands are being placed at all times. So do it like this. There, that trap is in there pretty good. Change this a little bit there. Alright, give her a toss, amigo.
Hang on to that.
Yep. Got her. Alright, that water is plenty deep, I will guarantee you that. So, good Lord willing, we'll come in here tomorrow and we'll have a beaver. Hopefully this river doesn't come up anymore. That's a fact. You can actually, and we might do it, kind of disguise it, put some sticks here on the edge where they have to go around it too, or come into it instead of going around it and coming up this side or that side, where he comes right in, slides up, puts his paw on the trap and sets it off. So we're probably going to dress this up just a little bit and try to funnel him in a little bit better. Fun times on the trap line. We can have it. Get all the snow. We are out of here. On to the next one. We got to find that one too. We moved this setup yesterday because it was up from Monday night's rain, and it came up a bunch more. So we're gonna try to figure something out. We still got a couple to check back this way behind us, but trying to keep up with the weather. Proving kind of tough. Come on out here a little closer. You got her?
Yep.
Pay dirt. We are at our second to last trap spot and pulling up the conibear because we were actually going to pull it. Lo and behold, we have a beaver, a big old beaver, on the end of it. Oh my, yeah. That's a good beaver right there. We'll pull him up on the bank and get him out of the trap and show you a little bit more of him, but that's a pretty good beaver. That's awesome. This is actually where we had otter sign yesterday, and that's what we were kind of hoping for, but we will take a beaver, of course. Awesome. That's a big boy too. Oh. That right there, my friends, is a big beaver. That's awesome. Look at the size of the hind feet on these things. Mercy sakes. Those are some paddles right there. Well, the river didn't totally plague us. Had her set right down here. Moved it up yesterday. It's where we had some otter tracks. And as soon as I snagged it with the hook this morning, I had a feeling something was on the other end of it because it felt different than the other ones that we've pulled. Lo and behold, we got a beautiful, big Northwest Ohio beaver. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Incredible animals.
Take snow when they got a wet beaver and you just rub it in them. Look how he's turning nice.
Huh, that's pretty cool. That's a cool trick. Yeah, it's drying his fur right out, isn't it?
Yep.
Who would have thought that snow would dry him out? What do you think he weighs?
Oh, we're gonna go home and put him on the scale.
I guarantee it. Look at those chompers. Wow.
You hook this on there.
Yep.
Right on 40 pounds.
40 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Not quite as big as what we thought, but a good beaver nonetheless. Pretty awesome. Pretty amazing animals and a cool experience to catch, be on the catch for once. Pretty awesome. Couple days left here, so we'll see what the next couple of days bring us. But we are on the board officially.
That's nice.
Dave Salon and Beauty Shop. All right, I think we're good. Back on the trapping trail. Got a pretty good layer of snow overnight last night. And we don't know what the river did. We don't know if it came up more, dropped a little bit. We don't know, but we're fixing to find out. So let's carry on down the way here and get to checking those traps. Yep. Yep.
Well, that was pretty good.
Yep.
There's a toenail.
You're right. Poop. Looks like we missed a beaver. Didn't miss him, we had him, just not good enough. That's trapping. That you know, on the coyote line, I've missed coyotes, I've missed red fox, I've had them get out, I've had them get out when I get to the trap. That's trapping. You're not going to catch all of them. That's just the reality of it. So we'll reset and see what happens tonight, but I think we probably just educated Mr. Beaver. You never know, but that's the way it goes. Onward and upward. We had to reset the two traps that we have on this side. And again, the unfortunate thing, the unfortunate part of trapping is you're going to miss some animals. You're not going to catch them all, but you're going to learn with every trap check and every miss and every catch. So we reset two. He visited, or the Beaver visited both of our caster mount sets on this side of the river. We've got one on the other side, and then we've got to go check where we had our catch yesterday. So that's how it goes. Onward and upward. Heading down for the last beaver trap check of the year. Legally here in Ohio, you can trap until midnight of tomorrow, this being a leap year, February the 29th, but we've got some stuff going on tomorrow, so we're just going to go ahead and pull them today, and we'll just see what the day brings us. Regardless, for the first, my first time ever trapping beaver, learned a ton. Had a bunch of fun, and we'll just have to hope that the weather's a little bit better next year, and we can trap some more and maybe even get a river otter next year. But we'll see what the day brings.
Yep.
Woo! Plagued by the river once again, my man. River dropped, it might have dropped a foot. We chased it up. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to chase it back down. That ice is dang near 2 inches thick. Wow.
Oh, I told you I walked across it that one day.
That's just from yesterday,
Yeah.
just from last night. Officially pulling the last trap of the 2019-2020 beaver and otter trapping season. And I gotta say, this was a pretty doggone cool endeavor. Something that I had never done. Otter trapping just opened here in this county, in Williams County, Ohio, just this year for the first time. Beaver trapping's been open for a while, but I've never done it. And it's pretty awesome. We only got to trap 5 days. That was the unfortunate thing. I think if we had a little bit more time and the weather had been a little bit more consistent, we probably could have caught a few more beavers, but and maybe even an otter. We did have an otter track, in fact, right across the dam from this wetlands the other day, and it's where we caught our one beaver. So, but in 5 days' time, I think we did okay. You know, chasing weather, chasing river levels, that's part of trapping. We missed one yesterday, that's part of trapping. And they live to see next year. So, pulling the last trap, had a ton of fun with my good buddies, Dave Hare and Ken Palmer, and learning from them too. So, onward to shed season and turkey hunting. With that, oh, if I can get him out. It didn't go off. But that's a wrap. That is it. We are done for this year. So, awesome. Good times in the outdoors. That's what the Will Hunt life is all about. Good times in the outdoors and learning new skills outside.